How about some balances for people who can't balance? I've taken some basic yoga balances and made them accessible to people who have problems balancing. The first one is a breath that I was taught by a yoga teacher I had years ago who was from India. He just called it the pump. Carmen Cooper here, by the way. Here, hit like and subscribe, and let's get started. Chance, get out of the way. You may not get in front of the camera. No. You start with your hands on the fronts of your thighs, and as you inhale, your arms come up, then out to the side to finish filling your lungs, and then as you exhale, come down. He liked to rise up on the balls of the feet during this breath, but let's start off just inhale, and only if you want to, you can rise up on the balls of your feet. We'll do like 3 more. You can either continue with your feet down flat, or if you prefer, you can rise up on the balls of your feet as we come up. If you space your feet just a little bit further apart, it's a little easier to balance. We always started class by warming up with that particular breath. So I wanted to share that one with you. Let's move on to the tree pose. But let's just do the arms. Leave the balance completely out of it. Let's just take our thumbs against our chest, which that taps your thymus gland, helps wake up your immune system. And only if you want to, let's lean against something. I'm going to lean against this column. You can lean against a wall or a piece of furniture, whatever you have. An easy way to do the tree is to put one foot on top of the other and then just raise the foot. Let's do that on the other side too. One foot on top of the other. Raise the toes. Another way, a little bit more challenging, is you can take your foot, I'm going to lean against my column here, and I'm going to take my foot and put it against my ankle and my other foot, which gives me a kickstand. And only if you want to, you can raise the arms up over your head. And on the other side, kickstand it again. You can stay here. Or if you prefer, raise the arms up. Exhale as you let your arms float down. And the final variation, only if you want to, you can repeat one of the easier ones if you like the easier ones. Only if you want to, take the opposite foot against the opposite thigh, all the way in, up at your groin. And if you want to, raise the arms up. And on the other side, okay, all done with the tree. You may notice I'm not using a mat. I can balance better if I have my bare foot against the floor. If you prefer to use a mat, feel free to. The next one is Warrior 3. It's easier for me to balance in Warrior 3 if I put my hands against something. So if you can adjust your distance from the wall till your body looks like an inverted capital L. And then raise one foot out behind you. And when you're ready, put that foot down and switch sides. Again, inverted capital L at the wall. Then the other foot comes out behind you. Now you look like a capital T. And release. Let's go to eagle arms. We're going to leave the feet out of it because that's where the challenge of balance comes in. Just cross one elbow over the other. If this is where you need to be, stay here. If that's easy and not a challenge, wrap it on around. Notice which arm you have on top, because we're going to release and switch. Put the other arm on top. And release. Only if you want to, you can wrap the legs up. If you're going to put, I'm going to put my right leg on top first. So my left arm goes on top. We want to cross it. And I'm just going to put my toe down instead of wrapping it all the way around because it's easier to balance. If you want to do a little favor for your shoulders, move your arms up and down a few times. Release and let's switch. Left leg crosses over this time. Right arm goes on top. Move the arms up and down a few times, only if you want to. And release. Let's do an easy half moon. Go ahead and lean against something if you like. Take one foot across the other. I have my left leg on top, so my left arm goes across here. My right arm curves up over my head. I just feel so elegant when I do my half moon variation this way. Chance, get down. Switch sides. Now my left leg is on top, so my right arm goes across, left arm comes up over my head. And release. If you want to take it out a little further, you could use a chair if you like. Lean against your prop if you want to lean. Hand in your chair. Leg goes out behind you. Turn your torso over against the wall. Arm comes up. You can look at the floor, the opposite wall, or try and look up at your hand. And on the other side, hand in the chair. Look at the wall, the floor, or turn and look up at your hand. And release whenever you're ready. And finally, only if you want to, you can put your hand on the floor, lean against the wall, hand on the floor, arm goes up. You can look at the floor, the opposite wall, or turn and look up at your hand. And release whenever you're ready. Again, I'm a little lightheaded, but that's normal for me. Move my chair. So I can do the other side. Hand on the floor, leg goes out behind you. Turn the torso over. You can look at the floor, the opposite wall, or turn and look up at your hand. And release. Again, a little lightheaded. On the fall equinox, which is coming up in the next week or so, we have equal day and equal night. So day and night is balanced. We want to get our body balanced for the change in the seasons. Things are cooling down. Maybe the leaves are changing color where you live. Maybe not. If you live in Texas, most of the leaves turn brown and fall off the trees. But we get a few trees that give us a little fall color. We're most of the way through the year. Let's hug ourselves because we've made it this far. This year has been a tough year. I've been doing a lot of meditation. If you'd like, you can grab your freebie, your self-care guided meditation audio, my free gift to you. I also have some other meditations on sale on my website. It's time to slow down a little bit and assess how the year's gone thus far and how we can rock the rest of it. We've got 3.5 months left. Let's do our best. Thanks for tuning in. Keep it with you. Namaste.